Hello, welcome to the Tea Party Howdy channel. Well, now they've come for Frederick Douglass. Apparently, even a freed slave who met with the President of the United States is not worthy of surviving the Black Lives Matter and their allies of the Confederacy of Races. Nope. Make a choice. You either stand with the Union or you stand with the Confederacy of Races. Frederick Douglass statue of New York vandalized on anniversary weekend of what to the slave is the 4th of July speech. On the same weekend in which famed abolitionist, now this is abolitionist of abolish the slaves, not the current abolitionist which are to abolish the police. Apparently that's a thing now. On the same weekend in which famed abolitionist Frederick Douglass 168 years ago, delivered one of his most historically resonant speeches, a statue of Douglass was toppled from its base and left near the Genesee River Gorge. I don't know if that's how you say Genesee, but it's my attempt. Located in Maplewood Park, the statue had been placed over the fence to the gorge and was leaning against the fence on the riverside, according to a statement from the Rochester police. The statue was left about 50 feet from its pedestal. The base and lower part of the statue were damaged, as was a finger on the statue's left hand. The statue has been taken from the park for repairs, according to Lieutenant Geoffrey Lefebvre II. There were no signs of graffiti at the statue or anywhere in the park. Police said, no, so they're not taggers, they're just destructionists. Across the U.S., Douglas's July 5th, 1852 speech, "What to the slave is the 4th of July," has been shared widely on social media and elsewhere as a reminder of the country's legacy of slavery and racism. No, it's a reminder of the country's obsessive-compulsive behavior towards the legacy of slavery and racism, because a rational group of people would say slavery was ended in 1864. It's time to move on. And irrational people would say Jim Crow was a sick, disgusting excuse of a what's the correct word? Of a replacement for slavery, and it's over too. The only thing holding people back now is the obsession and compulsion with the legacy of slavery and racism. You have way too many people that get the heck out of Dodge and then either do fine or begin heading towards doing fine. It's not healthy. As my dad used to say, the more time you spend looking over your shoulder, the more opportunity you have to bop into things or fall into holes. There's nothing wrong with looking behind you. There's everything wrong with never looking forward. Douglass, a former slave, delivered the speech to the Ladies' Anti-Slavery Society at Corinthian Hall in downtown Rochester. Secret. They won. The Ladies' Anti-Slavery Society, they won. There's no more slavery. Surprise, surprise. Alright, so I don't need to read the whole thing. I just want to get into the fact that Frederick Douglass, they came for Frederick Douglass. Oh, we're only going for the Confederate statues. Liars. You've taken down Washington, you've taken down Jefferson, now you've taken down Frederick Douglass, you've taken down Abraham Lincoln. Clearly, you're going after American history. And even though Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders all did their little speeches at the Black Hills with the Mount Rushmore in the background, or foreground, depending on how you point the camera, there was no problem with it. Just like that lady with Cat in the Hat that said Cat in the Hat was racist after Trump won and Melania was giving out Trump books. Oh, Dr. Seuss is racist. And then they found all the pictures of that exact same woman wearing a Cat in the Hat suit. And just like the Mount Rushmore, they didn't have a problem with it until Trump showed up. Anyone who believes them, who is the bigger fool? The fool of the fool who follows the fool. I never get that quote quite right, but you get the idea. If you've aligned with these folk, the Black Lives Matter, and their allies for the Confederation of Races. This is what you get. Torn down statues. And they tore down Columbus on the 4th of July weekend also. I'm a little confused why everybody hates Columbus so much in America when he never set foot on this freaking continent. He gets blamed for so much stuff, and he never set foot on this continent. He discovered America. I'm not sure how that works either, because how do you discover a place that already has people? And more importantly, since the Vikings had been here multiple times, and he never set foot here. How do you discover a place you never go to? And that is already got people living there. I mean, I could say I discovered Orange County by that basis. No, I've been to Orange County. I got more credibility than him. Folks, this is bad. This is really bad. If you don't stand up, not kneel. No, the kneel is the Confederacy of Races. If you don't stand up to the Confederation of Races, also known as the Black Lives Matter allies, they're going to keep the ugliness. It's not going to stop because they're not being stopped. We'll see you in the future.